Welcome to Chapter 4, Carbohydrate, Sugar, Starch, Glycogen, and Fiber.
Why do we need carbohydrates? By Professor Tammy. Learning objectives. Explain how we use carbohydrates. Carbohydrate used by exercise intensity. So it depends how intense your exercise is, whether you're just like kind of walking lightly or you're walking fast, or if you are running like the Flash. So as far as carbohydrate and energy, you need to fuel your daily activity. You need carbohydrates daily, and you need it to exercise. You can get tired if you don't have enough carbohydrates. Carbohydrate is an energy that helps preserve protein for other uses. When the diet does not provide enough carbohydrate, that means especially if you don't eat enough carbohydrate-based foods, the process of gluconeogenesis converts proteins in blood and tissue into glucose. What? That is such a long word. That's like one of my favorite words. So let's cut it down. Gluco. Think of glucose. Neo. Think of new, because that's what it means. And genesis means to make. So you're making new glucose. And when you're making this new glucose, you're making it from protein, and it's getting converted into glucose. So let's just look at some of these exercise intensities. Like if you're walking light, look, you're using like 12.5% carbohydrate and 87.5% fat. If you're exercising more moderate, 45% carbohydrate and 55% fat. If you're more intense, you need more carbohydrates because your muscles are moving more. So that's 67% carbohydrate and 33% fat. Why do we need carbohydrates? Carbohydrate provides energy. Each gram of carbohydrate equals 4 kilocalories. Red blood cells rely only on glucose for their energy supply. Both carbohydrates and fats supply energy for daily activity. Glucose is especially important for energy during exercise. Think of your muscles. Your muscles need that glucose. Sufficient energy intake from carbohydrate prevents production of ketones as an alternate energy source. So if you don't have enough carbohydrates, you start burning the fat in your body. Excess ketones can result in high blood acidity and ketoacidosis. So high blood acidity damages body tissues. The need for carbohydrates. Critical and primary energy source. The nerve cells need it, the red blood cells need it, and the brain needs it too. And don't forget the muscles too. So I'm going to write that there. Muscles too. But these are the critical ones. Preferred dietary sources are whole foods and fiber providing foods. As far as carbohydrate, there's a vital role in functioning body tissues, like we mentioned. Weight loss. So you're like, but I don't want to eat calories from carbohydrate because I want to lose weight. Well, it's all about calorie contribution. That means calorie intake, how much calories you're eating, not just fat, protein, and carbohydrates. And besides, if you have too much carbohydrate, it becomes fat. If you can't store, you're going to use the glucose. You're going to store the glycogen. And your body can only store so much too if you're relying on that. So whatever, when that passes, your body can store more fat too. Refined sugars, there's a difference between refined sugars. Refined sugars are like white sugar, candy, soda. When you want to lose weight, you want to increase fiber-rich whole food carbohydrate sources like whole wheat. Oatmeal is really great. I don't know if Fiber One cereal, if it's still around. It used to be it's a very fibrous kind of cereal. And there's also like whole wheat pasta, brown rice. Those are great because when you eat them, sometimes it takes your stomach a while to digest it, and you feel fuller faster. Um, all right, and as far as weight loss, let's go back to refined sugars. It's just to reduce the amount of sugars that you consume. I know a dietitian a long time ago, and her brother wanted to lose weight, so he decided to cut all the soda from his diet. He lost about 15 pounds. Whoa, just soda alone. So another thing for weight loss is reduce refined white flour and added sugar. So any kind of foods that have added sugar, or you should just limit it, have less of it. If it's difficult to find something that has less added sugar. Fiber, all kinds of fiber. You need ample fluid intake when you consume fiber-based foods. That means you need to drink more water. Benefits of fiber: it promotes healthy body weight and may enhance weight loss. So, like I mentioned before, sometimes when you eat more fibrous foods, like the whole grain kind of foods, you get full faster too, because it takes a little longer for your stomach to digest that kind of food. Um, Also, with fiber, improves digestive tract health, may reduce the risk of colon cancer, promotes bowel health by helping to prevent hemorrhoids, constipation, appendicitis, and diverticulosis. And the benefits of fiber may also reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. And we'll get to that in the fat chapter, which is very interesting too.
See you soon. And remember to read the book.